Chosen one, this moment is not a coincidence. Your soul was drawn to this video because the heavens whispered the same message to you 7 times. The number 1212 didn't appear before your eyes for nothing, and the prayers of 33 prophets did not fall upon you by chance. You are one of the 144,000 chosen, and your presence here is a divine sign. This message was sent to awaken the secret that has been resting within your heart. What you are about to hear are not just words, but divine vibrations that will sink deep into your soul. If these words are touching you, leave your heart in the comments so the heavens can witness your testimony. Because when you write, another soul will awaken. Now prepare yourself, for this video will illuminate your path. Those who recognize the signs of God know that nothing is random. That's why your being here is already a miracle. I need you, chosen one, to take a moment to reflect on what I am about to share with you, because this message is going to set something loose in your spirit that has been pining away for the opportunity to break free. It is true that there is a community, a collection of individuals who have been keeping an eye on you, researching you, and conspiring against you. As if it were some kind of bizarre game, they have been doing things like placing barriers in your route. However, this is something that they cannot comprehend. You are about to be able to overcome each and every obstacle that they have placed in your path. They were not merely displaced, rather, they were entirely eradicated by forces that they are unable to even grasp. For such a long time, these individuals have been engaging in meaningless games that they have lost sight of what true power looks like. They cluster around in their small groups under the impression that they are so brilliant. They gossip, they scheme, and they huddle together. Schoolyard energy is what it is. A straight line. There is a certain kind of juvenile behavior that makes you question how grown individuals can be so locked in their teenage attitude. In their pursuit of a final laugh, they are eager for arguments, desperate to gain the last word, and ravenous for confrontation. However, what they fail to recognize is that the laughing they are experiencing is about to be replaced by a stunned stillness. There's been an excessive amount of time that justice has been turned against you. You have been experiencing a significant imbalance, an unfairness that has been putting a strain on your spirit. Are you sure you haven't experienced it? Having that feeling that something wasn't quite right, that the balances weren't balanced, and that the scales are beginning to tip back into equilibrium, that is a very good feeling. In this moment, the universe is adjusting itself. Furthermore, these individuals who believed that they were able to outmaneuver divine order are going to be taught a lesson that they will never forget. What I'm witnessing here is something very powerful. It is possible that at some point in time, they have even paid someone to work against you, to try to disempower you, and to lessen the light that you shine. This kind of energy, however, has a time limit on its lifetime. As soon as the universe decides that enough is enough, it will no longer be effective. That time has finally arrived. The spirit of Ganesha, who is known for removing all barriers, is currently the one removing the obstructions. Every single item that they have placed in your path is being removed with such force and such heavenly authority that they are going to be rendered speechless. There were a lot of them before they decided to go after one of you. Just give that some thought for a second. For the sole purpose of attempting to duplicate what you carry naturally, they were required to assemble their forces, extract their resources, and combine their energies. And what does that tell you about the power that each of them possesses? To what extent does this indicate that they are powerful? In the event where you require an entire coven or an entire community in order to defeat a single individual, you are essentially conceding that this one individual is superior to all of you combined. Here, however, is the most wonderful section. Over the course of their time spent conspiring in the darkness, divine light has been gradually accumulating around you. This golden glow, which appears to be descending from the highest heavens, is like a cosmic favor falling upon me. The highest of the highest are looking at you. You are not merely being observed, rather, you are being held in high respect, blessed, and recognized as highly favored. At this point, it is no longer simply about you. This pertains to the things that you stand for. You embody the energy of the Empress. Each and every one of you possesses divine feminine and divine masculine power, regardless of your gender. And it is precisely this combination that makes them feel so threatened. An important link is about to enter your life, and it is going to completely transform everything. Although it might be romantic, I have the impression that it is much more than that. Through this relationship, a power couple dynamic will be created, which will then have repercussions that will be felt across the collective consciousness. By working together, the two of you are going to create a butterfly effect that will influence people's lives in ways that you are not even able to fathom at this point. People who have been battling for attention, trying to be seen, and wanting to have their moment in the sun are going to have to watch it happen. They have been struggling for all of these things. The pygmy energy that emanates from this group is so dense that it could be effectively sliced with a knife. In this particular circumstance, they want the emperor figure to select them rather than you. They want to be the ones benefiting from the favors, blessings, and honors that are bestowed upon them. However, this is not how divine selection may be understood. One cannot petition for favor from the cosmos. If you want to be picked by the highest authority, you can't use politics to get there. Either it is present or it is not present. To add insult to injury, they are about to discover which side of that equation they are on. Those individuals and members of this community who have been attacking you. You could compare them to wounded warriors who have become disoriented. The energy of the Nine of Wands indicates that you have felt the need to defend yourself against them for a considerable amount of time. They attacked you with everything they had, while you stood there with nothing but your own inner strength and the protection of the divine. They might have even attempted to destroy objects that were significant to you by setting them on fire. You're standing in the community, the relationships you have, and your sense of safety. However, you have emerged from those ashes more powerful than you were before, much like a phoenix. There's been a genuine sense of isolation throughout your walk. Operating at a higher frequency, ascending to the top of the hierarchy, and walking in your purpose. It has the potential to be isolating. The altitude is too high for some people to endure. However, this period of seclusion has served a protective and vital purpose, preparing you for what is to come. Mostly due to the fact that when you finally connect with the people who are meant to be in your circle, the contrast will be so stunning and so obvious that you will comprehend why everyone else had to withdraw from the circle. The manner in which you carry yourself is a major source of concern for these individuals. They are unable to comprehend your self-assurance, your self-confidence, or your refusal to minimize your accomplishments. It is clear from the wheel of fate that they are wishing for you to have less luck than you deserve. They want to see you mess up, they want to see you stumble, and they want to see you brought down to the same level as they are. There is a possibility that some of them are even engaging in questionable activities in order to make ends meet. The way they perceive success is restricted. Both their tactics and their moral compass are severely flawed, and they have a narrow-minded methodology. There is something about the people you used to know, the people you used to socialize with before you raised your standards, that is relevant here. It's possible that they were people you knew from their childhood, people from your neighborhood, or people from your place of employment. Although you outgrew them, they never outgrown their hatred toward you for abandoning them. You outgrew them over time. They continue to engage in the same behaviors that they did when they were adolescents, such as gossiping, attempting to outdo each other, and evaluating their value in comparison to that of others, rather than constructing something that is significant for themselves. At some point in your life, you might have been going through a very challenging time. Every single thing that could possibly go wrong came to pass. Family, our voice is rising. We are walking toward our first 1,000 subscribers. If this message speaks to you, press like, subscribe to Chosen Archangel, and comment, I'm part of this mission. Relationships, your house, your work, and even your cherished pets could have been taken away from you. During this time of year, it seemed as though the universe was putting your fortitude to the test. And what do you think? Despite their assertions that they cared about you, these same individuals were nowhere to be seen. They did not show up for you because they were preoccupied with their own life. However, at this moment, they are watching your return with a reaction that is equal parts intrigue and rage. There is a good chance that you were the one who nurtured these ties. Being the person to whom everyone turned for support, counsel, and emotional labor. It seemed like you never stopped giving until you had nothing left to give. Nevertheless, they had excuses ready for you whenever you required the same vigor to return to you or when you required assistance during your difficult time. Those were not their top priority. They disclosed the genuine essence of themselves. Furthermore, that epiphany was given to me as a present. You were able to determine who was truly on your side and who was only there for the purpose of gaining something from that relationship. There was always the possibility of a covert competition. Constantly comparing themselves to you, they were attempting to dull your light in order to make their own shine more brightly. They may have attempted to minimize your attractiveness, your abilities, and the inherent qualities that you possess. It is possible that they have attempted to drag you down to their level or that they have included you in actions that are improper. On the other hand, you possess discernment. Your standards were high. You refused to participate in activities that were antithetical to your spirit. This resulted in an even greater amount of resentment. Listed below is the current state of affairs in the spiritual realm. Continued bad energy is being directed toward you by them. Their bark is more dangerous than their bite, yet they will give you the evil eye, envy, and make strenuous attempts to obstruct your development. They are stuck in the past, continually talking about old events, assessing where they are in comparison to where you are, and keeping track of your growth like they are preoccupied with their former love interest. The energy of the two wands demonstrates that impediments are being eliminated at a rate that is far faster than they can build new ones. All attacks are being neutralized at this moment. Every single unfavorable intention is being sent back to the person who sent it. The energy of the Death card indicates that this cycle is coming to an end. Not only altering or changing, but instead coming to an end entirely. On the other hand, the combination of the Eight of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups suggests that new affluence is coming in to replace the previous troubles. You are being brought into the spotlight in such a way that it is impossible to keep your attention off of you. Your accomplishments are going to be brought to light, apparent, and indisputable. And they are going to be forced to observe it while it takes place. It is impossible for me to stop thinking about the story of a young woman who was made fun of because she was carrying about these adorable dolls in her bag. Later on, when she became successful on social media for the very thing that they had derided her for, the girls who had laughed at her were watching her. Yes, that is your vitality. The things that they made fun of, the traits that they condemned, and the differences that they attempted to shame you for are going to be the same things that have the ability to bring out your best attributes. A sense of humor like that exists across the universe. The Most High desires for you to have a light that is evident to others. In addition to ensuring your own contentment, you should also make a statement to anyone who has doubts about you. At the appropriate moment, you are going to flaunt your accomplishments like a peacock flaunting its feathers. In addition, those individuals who have a narrow view and a small mentality will eventually realize that your accomplishments are the result of a combination of hard effort, healing, and spiritual guidance. They will be compelled to realize that what you have is true, and that it is a blessing that you have earned. Even at this moment, they are continuing to observe, continue to take notes, and continue to search for the next opportunity to fool you. On the other hand, a communication is arriving very quickly. Their allotted time has passed. One particular member of this group may have been the cause of some of the difficulties you have had in the past, and not just on a spiritual level but also on a practical level. They could have caused disruptions in your professional life, your personal relationships, and your possibilities. Even though they were acting as if they were impartial, they were actively working against you. The Moon card is a sign that they are attempting to conceal their involvement in the hardships that you have experienced in the past. They are making an effort to conceal their actions. Imagine that they had nothing to do with the challenges that you were confronted with. Nevertheless, the universe maintains flawless records. Every action that is carried out in the shadows eventually comes to light, and their light is about to be extremely bright and extremely revealing. One of the members of this group is having trouble sleeping because of something they did that was unethical or illegal. Someone is depicted lying awake, tormented by their own actions, through the use of the four swords. They are aware that their luck is evolving. While they were on top, they are aware that you were on the bottom. On the other hand, the car is presently turning. For everything that goes up must come down, and everything that goes down must come up. There is a cosmic law. They are unable to get away from it. They are aware that you are safeguarded by the highest heavens. They are able to perceive it, feel it, and see it in the way that things turn out for you. The fact that everything is too evident, too consistent, and too divinely arranged makes it impossible for them to argue against your favor. These are the same individuals that were imitating your voice, making fun of your words, and gossiping about you behind your back. After that, they are going to be silent. They are going to keep their mouths shut as they observe your ascent taking place, since there will be nothing else for them to say. They are being held captive by the never-ending cycles of poor choices and addictions that you are experiencing while you are healing and growing. They are perplexed by your continued advancement and perplexed by your capacity to triumph over challenges that would have resulted in their destruction. As a result of their inability to provide an explanation for your accomplishment, they have nothing to say about it. It cannot be diminished by them. In a situation where everyone else can see your character and the hard work you put in, they cannot complain that it is unjustified. There are those of you who are going to be reaching a particular milestone as a result of this acknowledgement. Subscribers, followers, graduates, certifications, and promotions are all examples. Someone is going to post something, make an announcement, or make it public, and they are going to be stunned into silence, envy, resentment, competitiveness, and discontentment. The fact that they are dissatisfied with their own life is the reason why these feelings are going to overtake them. Complaining about the achievements of other people is more appealing to them than taking responsibility for their actions and making adjustments. Something about a love affair, a relationship situation in which someone from your previous group may have intervened, is present here. It is about time that a shady little secret is brought to light. Individual who caused the end of your relationship by gossiping about you behind your back, discussing your personal matters, and playing both sides of the argument. It is going to be revealed to them. The dishonest behavior is going to be exposed for everyone to see, and it will soon be uncovered. The fact that they are trying to conceal their failing business, their lack of possibilities, and their financial troubles is demonstrated by the fact that they are playing the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The fact that they are glowing in reverse indicates that they do not want people to realize that they are actually going backward while you are moving forward. In addition, it is possible that they are trying to avoid the consequences of their past errors by making excuses and denying their involvement in the events that are likely to catch up with them. There is no energy of revenge coming from you, and exactly this is what is driving them absolutely insane. Bullies always require a response. The word spreads through you. Share this video, subscribe to Chosen Archangel, and let us rise together until we hit 1,000. They derive their energy from the suffering, rage, and frustration of other people, but you have provided them with nothing. A lack of eye contact, a lack of responsiveness, and an absence of acknowledgement of their attempts to cause you harm. Due to the fact that you have deprived them of the energy that they were attempting to take, they are now in a desperate state. Perhaps a member of this group is interested in fortune-telling, crystal balls, or visits to psychics, but they do so more for the sake of the drama than for the sake of gaining genuine spiritual understanding. Until everything they attempted to block started coming back at them, they did not believe in the spiritual abilities that you possessed. They are now coming to the realization that you are protected in ways that they are unable to touch. You are going to be showered with honor and respect in such a manner that it will come as a surprise to everyone who had doubts about you. They questioned your authority, your sovereignty, your abilities, and the spiritual gifts you possessed. They made you feel good while laughing behind your back and saying pleasant things to your face. On the other hand, when your time comes, when your recognition occurs, they will all be able to witness it at the same time. In addition, rather than praising you, they are going to remain silent and surprised because they are aware that they were incorrect about this person. It has been going on for a considerable amount of time. In addition to hiding behind bogus names and personas, character defamation and online abuse are also common. This behavior is an example of yellow-bellied cowardice. However, they lack the kind of bravery that would allow them to be an enemy in the first place. If you are going to be an enemy, at least have the courage to do it with your true name attached. Because light shows too much about who they truly are, they conceal themselves and function in the shadows. Jealousy is a deep-seated feature of the relationship. There is a member of this group who has resentment based on a previous romantic partnership of yours, a person with whom you have not been associated for a considerable amount of time, and who is in need of adversaries. There is also the presence of the spirit of an older man here when you have buddies like these around. An individual who may have been a father figure, a mentor, or an authority figure and who became involved in their relationship drama. Financial difficulties are becoming more apparent to them. Someone accepted money under questionable circumstances with the intention of taking a bribe. Is it possible that they are trying to conceal the fact that they have a relationship with a sugar daddy or sugar mama? All of their unlawful actions are going to be brought to light. They are going to get their 15 minutes of fame, but it will not be the kind of stardom that they had hoped for. It is possible that you have a friend or a fake friend from your past who has stolen from you in order to finance their own business or manner of life. They were able to gain their start thanks to the things they stole from you, and now they are attempting to bring you down so that no one pays attention to the fact that their foundation was founded on theft and lies. However, everything they have done to slow down your progress has come back to haunt them with compound interest. This is a person that you actually liked, someone who you thought of as a member of your family, your best friend, your preferred sibling, and your travel companion. Given that the love was genuine, the betrayal is extremely painful. But let's get back to the fundamentals. You are being shown by energy that you need to remember who you are apart from their opinion, apart from their validation, and apart from their circle of friends and acquaintances. Like the cosmic weather continues to be like it is, folks from your past are going to make another attempt to tamper with your energy. Imagine them as Icarus in your mind. They disregarded all of the warnings about maintaining a steady flight, climbed too high and too fast, and now they are falling back down to earth while you are soaring at the ideal pace. The people who are trying to harm you are going to have a period of poor health and depression, while you will experience work, accomplishment, and success flowing to you like a river that is following its natural course. The difference is going to be so striking and so clear that even their closest allies won't be able to deny what is taking place. The glow that you're experiencing is not just personal, it's cosmic. A declaration from the highest authority that protection is real, that favor is real, and that divine justice always prevails in the end is what this affirmation is. However, these individuals failed to recognize that they were dealing with someone who was chosen, someone who was blessed, and someone who was functioning under divine power. They believed that they could manipulate your tale, control your narrative, and limit your expansion. In a short amount of time, the community that assaulted you will transform into the community that will witness your ascent. It is going to become clear to them that each and every obstacle that they erected was, in fact, a stepping stone. Every assault was, in reality, a form of strength training. Your light shone stronger despite every effort to dull it, and it continued to do so. On the other hand, you are just about to enter a period in which your adversaries will become your footstool. It is not by your own vengeance, but rather through the mastery of the divine. In order to deal with your haters, the Most High does not require your assistance. Your mission is to continue climbing, to continue developing, and to continue becoming the person you were always destined to be. For the rest, let the cosmos take care of it. You have been selected, and this is your confirmation. This was a fact that you had already known in your spirit. You were aware of the change taking place. It seems as though the tide is turning. Follow your gut instincts. Trust what you already know. Put your faith in what has been disclosed to you. Now is the time for you. The time has come for you to act. This is something that the Most High has predetermined for your life, and no group of people with narrow-minded perspectives can stop it. Enter that position of authority. Get in the way of that favor. Accept and honor that blessing. All along, you have been given a great deal of favor. Finally, it is time for everyone else to have a look at it as well. You are experiencing such a profound shift in the energy that is surrounding you that even people who are not familiar with you will begin to notice something different about you. When a person truly embraces their divine favor, they are able to develop a magnetic quality that is very attractive. Despite the fact that people won't be able to put their finger on it, they will feel drawn to your energy, your presence, and your light. This has nothing to do with pride or ego. Divine assignment is the topic at hand here. Your tale, your journey, and your triumph are going to inspire others who are walking similar journeys, and as a result, you are being positioned to have impact because of this. The fact that your adversaries have been working for your benefit during this entire process is something that they are completely unaware of. Every challenge that they inflicted upon you compelled you to build muscles that you were unaware you possessed. You gained wisdom from each and every betrayal. The truth about your true pals was revealed by each and every falsehood that they propagated about you. They were under the impression that they were destroying you, but in reality, they were modeling you into the kind of person you needed to be in order to advance to the next level. The universe has been keeping a record of everything that has occurred. Every single tear that you shed to yourself in private, every single night that you were unable to sleep due to their assaults. Every single instance in which you questioned whether or not you have the level of strength necessary to proceed has been documented in the cosmic ledger. And now it's time for money. Not in a vindictive manner, but rather in a way that is restorative. All of the money that was taken from you will be returned to you with interest. What was harmed is being rebuilt to be even more robust than it was before. There's a really powerful feeling that comes from witnessing someone succeed after they have been written off as a failure. It is going to be impossible to refute the narrative of your resurrection. Those individuals who have disregarded you and believed that they had effectively wrecked your future are going to be able to see your comeback with their own eyes. The great thing about divine timing is that it always takes place at the precise moment when the lesson will have the greatest possible impact. Every like is a light. Every comment is a testimony. Every subscription is a voice added to the 1,000 we are reaching for. Be one of them today. During this time of year, your spiritual abilities are showing signs of growth. All of your gifts, including your intuition, healing, creativity, and leadership, are being strengthened by the heavenly favor that is bestowed upon you. The very same individuals who made fun of your spiritual activities, who referred to you as strange because of your beliefs, and who disregarded your connection to the highest possible power are going to witness the manifestation of those very gifts in ways that will be of benefit to thousands of people. Right now, your peculiarity is about to become your greatest strength. When it comes to money, the forthcoming financial breakthrough is not simply about money. The topic at hand is vindication. The purpose of this endeavor is to demonstrate that integrity and divine alignment are more powerful than manipulation and bypassing the process. You are building something that is permanent, something that is blessed, and something that cannot be rocked because it is founded on truth, while others were taking shortcuts and making deals with their souls. Within this blessing, there is a generational component that is present. You are not the only recipient of what you are receiving. Breaking cycles for your entire family is what exactly this is. Your family may have been tormented by the mindset of poverty, the victim mentality, and the petty thinking that has been passed down through the generations. You are the one who is becoming liberated from all of that at this moment. Every person who is connected to you will experience new patterns, new possibilities, and new levels of thinking as a result of your continued success. When it comes to discussing certain experiences, we are aware that there are those that fall outside the realm of what the majority of people perceive to be feasible or acceptable. We get together in real time on Zoom once a week. Genuine individuals with genuine faces, sharing genuine experiences without passing judgment. This is the place where you can share the experiences that you have been keeping to yourself. The routines that you have observed but that other people ignore. The intuitive understanding that you have acquired during the course of your adventure. We are not merely attentive, we are also receptive. When you are having trouble making sense of your experiences and when you feel as though you are being gaslit by a world that refuses to acknowledge your reality, you can listen to our recorded calls and remind yourself that your perspective is correct. When you become a member of the Holy Voices, your reality will be respected and your voice will be heard. There is a link in the description. Moreover, this is the point at which the spiritual mechanics become extremely fascinating. The spell work that they commissioned was not merely a bad luck energy in its most basic form. It was primarily directed at your drive, your motivation, and the spiritual practices that you engage in. It was their intention to make you spiritually unmotivated, energetically disorganized, and distant from the heavenly counsel that you were receiving. In order to keep your high vibration and strong connection to angelic protection, they asked you to stop doing the inner work that you have been doing. Through the process of weakening your spiritual immune system, the objective was to make you more susceptible to attacks that were more direct. This elevation has been timed in such a way that it will attract the attention of those individuals who have the most need to view it. Your previous neighborhood, your former friends, and the people who attempted to keep you on a small scale. Every single one of them is going to be able to watch your ascent at precisely the time when they are having the most difficulty. There is no coincidence here. The curriculum is based on the cosmos. It is necessary for them to demonstrate what occurs when one aligns themselves with divine destiny rather than battling against it. Maintaining your composure throughout this entire event has been your most powerful weapon. During the time that they were causing commotion, you were working to maintain quiet. During the time when they were stirring up trouble, you were developing your wisdom. During the time that they were preoccupied with dragging you down, you were concentrating on the process of uplifting yourself. The difference between the two is soon to become apparent to everyone who is watching. Furthermore, it is going to speak more clearly than any words that you could ever formulate. Even those who are opposed to you will have to acknowledge that you are fortunate because the alliances and collaborations that are going to come into your life are going to be so well aligned, so powerful, and so obviously destined. Whether it be in the realm of business, romance, or friendship, the synergy that results from connecting with your divine counterparts is going to produce something that neither of you could have accomplished on your own. It is precisely this mix that is going to bring about a shift in everything. Your voice, your words, and your message are about to be heard by people all around the world because of the anointing that is at work on them. What was formerly a localized kind of oppression is on the verge of becoming a global source of motivation. Your voice is going to be heard by millions of people, meaning that the same people who attempted to suppress you will have to watch it. Hearts will be healed and lives will be changed across continents as a result of your message of perseverance, faith, and divine favor. At this very moment, you are experiencing a magical influx of health and vigor into your life. At the cellular level, your body is healing from all of the stress that they produced, including all of the sleepless nights, all of the anxiety, and all of the worry. You are not only recuperating, rather, you are being brought back to a state of health and vitality that will allow you to continue functioning normally throughout the upcoming marathon. You are growing stronger by the day, while your adversaries are becoming ill from the negativity that they have brought upon themselves. Through the course of this experience, you have gained a more refined sense of discernment, which will be of great benefit to you for the rest of your life. From point forward, you will never again confuse superficial appeal with genuine character. The concept of attention and intention will never again be confused by you. Once again, You will never give access to your energy to anyone who have not demonstrated that they are deserving of it. The arduous education that you are receiving is going to shield you from a great deal of future grief. Over the course of this period of assault, the creative endeavors, financial endeavors, and artistic expressions that have been dormant are going to break forth with a supernatural vigor. Each and every concept that they attempted to steal, each and every dream that they attempted to crush, and each and every vision that they attempted to pervert has been safeguarded in the spiritual realm, waiting for this moment of release. It is going to happen that your creative juices will flow like a river that has been stifled for years. The way in which you manage this circumstance is being observed by your offspring, whether they are biological or spiritual. The lesson that they are gaining from your example is that it is not necessary to return evil in order for evil to prevail. Seeing that heavenly favor is genuine, that protection is present, and that honesty always wins in the end is something that they are beginning to realize. As a result of your success, the following generation will learn how to walk in their own authority without surrendering their integrity. The very characteristics of character that you cultivate during the time that you are being persecuted are exactly what are required for the doors that are opening for you now. Patience, resiliency, faith, and compassion, even for those who are wholly opposed to you. This is the key that will allow you to progress to the next level. Without going through this process of refinement, you would not have been prepared for what is going to happen. Unknowingly, your assailants were preparing you for the fate that was to come. There is a supernatural acceleration taking place in your life that is going to make up for the time that you currently have lost. Each and every opportunity that you failed to take advantage of due to their intervention. Each and every one of the ties that were destroyed as a result of their lies. All of the development that was slowed down as a result of their sabotage is coming back to you in a multiplied form. This is going to take place in a matter of months, when it should have taken years. People who had previously given up hope will have their faith strengthened as a result of the testimonies that are going to flow naturally from your life. The narrative of your triumph against deceit, of blessing over betrayal, and of elevation over elimination is presented here. It will reach someone who is going through the lowest point of their life and demonstrate to them that it is possible to make a return. Your triumph serves as a source of inspiration for them. Romans 10 verse 17 says, "Faith comes by hearing." Help more people hear. Subscribe, like, and comment to get us to 1,000 subscribers. Your energy field has been strengthened and purified as a result of this experience. Your new level of protection is so strong that the spiritual assaults that used to reach you are no longer able to breach it. Fire has been used to baptize you, and you have emerged as pure gold. In light of the fact that you have developed immunity as a result of exposure, the weapons that they attempted to employ against you will never again be effective. Everyone who attempted to destroy the legacy that you are currently constructing will not be able to stop it from lasting. As they concentrated on causing destruction in the short term, you were working to create something that will last forever. Your name is going to be remembered for the contributions you made, the character you possessed, and the bravery you displayed. If they are remembered at all, their names will be relegated to the background of your success story, where they will be forgotten. Enter that position of authority. Get in the way of that favor. Accept and honor that blessing. All along, you have been given a great deal of favor. Now is the moment for everyone else to catch a glimpse of it as well. The community that assaulted you is about to become the most powerful demonstration of the divine protection and favor that you have ever experienced throughout your life. The knowledge that you have acquired as a result of going through this test is much more valuable than any material wealth that they could have taken from you. Reading energy, having faith in your intuition, and being able to see wolves in sheep's clothing from a mile away are all skills that you have acquired. The spiritual discernment that you possess is going to save you a great deal of time, emotional distress, and resources in the years to come. The same thing that they intended to destroy you turned out to be your education at the most prestigious spiritual university that is possible. There is no sign of weakness in your forgiveness toward them. This is the most powerful move possible. When you choose to let go of resentment, you make room in your spiritual space for blessings to take up residence. As a result of going through this process, your heart has become more open and receptive. While you are leaving this season, you are leaving with greater compassion rather than more bitterness. These are the characteristics of a person who has been influenced by the grace of God. In addition, it is what differentiates you from others who have caused you pain. Taking into consideration the weight of your future, the platform that is currently being created for you has been intended to bear it. Each attack contributed to the foundation's strengthening. Your message was made more pure by every lie. Your goal was sharpened with each and every betrayal. It is not the case that you are getting a stage constructed for the narrative of another person. Your one-of-a-kind testimony of triumph over adversity will be prepared specifically for you, and you will receive it. Your future self is already rejoicing in the fact that your current self is about to embark on a special journey. The completion of the triumph has already been achieved in the spiritual sphere. What you are experiencing right now is merely the physical expression of what has already been decreed in the courts of heaven. This is not going to be your breakthrough. It can be found here. Now is the time. That is already finished. Just now, you are stepping into the truth of something that has always been yours. Isolation was not supposed to be a form of punishment for you. The goal was to get ready. At each and every minute of silence, you were preparing yourself for the noise that was about to come. Each and every solitary season trained you to deal with large groups of people. On a private level, every win served as a rehearsal for the public celebration. It was the solitude that was fostering the development of the leadership that was going to emerge. A domino effect is taking place that will have repercussions that go far beyond your own successful outcome. Your story is being watched by communities of individuals who have been subjected to attacks that are comparable to yours. You have achieved success by granting people the permission to believe in their own successful outcome. By virtue of your elevation, it is demonstrated that divine justice is not merely an idea. In the present moment, it is a reality that manifests itself for real people. You are taking on the burden of lifting others up as you climb, which comes with the favor that you are stepping into. This, however, is not the exhausting and codependent assisting that you did in the past. Instead of coming from a place of depletion, this is a healthy, boundless, and empowered aid that comes from overflow. When you aid people, you will do so from a place of abundance, not from a place of shortage. You are going to make a significant difference in the influence that you generate by doing that. Your narrative is becoming into a case study in cosmic justice that will be referred to by members of subsequent generations. Everyone who is interested in spirituality, those who teach the truth, and those who are leaders of light are going to investigate how divine favor showed itself in your life. Your experience is establishing a pattern for the manner in which the highest power safeguards and advances those individuals who remain in alignment with divine purpose in spite of strong opposition. You are not the same person you were before you went through this test. The energy signature you carry now is changed. You have been improved, refined, and cleansed by the experience of fire. Various individuals, various chances, and different outcomes are drawn to you as a result of sending out diverse frequencies. You are functioning at a vibratory level that automatically drives away lesser consciousness and attracts divine connections by virtue of its very nature. As we get to the end of this transmission, it is important to keep in mind that everything I have said is not merely spiritual theory. This is a manifestation of prophetic reality that is taking place in your life right now. It is about to happen that the community that believed they could break you will experience favor that cannot be broken. The individuals who attempted to bury you were unaware that they were sowing the seeds of future success. We have arrived at the time when you will be vindicated in public. In addition, it is going to be more stunning, more comprehensive, and considerably more overpowering than you could have ever dreamed it could be. You are a child of God. You have the advantage. You have been selected. The entire globe is about to witness it at this very moment. Proceed in the direction of that truth. Chosen one, remember this, Heaven never sends a word without purpose. If this message has stirred your spirit, let it shine brighter. Press like so the light spreads to others walking in darkness. Subscribe to Chosen Archangel so you never miss the next divine revelation. And share your thoughts in the comments below. Your testimony may be the very spark that awakens another soul. Until we meet again, stay covered by the wings of heaven and walk boldly in your calling.